What's up, everyone? Aaron Nagler here with your extra cheese for the first day of training camp after the first practice. And, daddy, quite a lot from Aaron Rodgers in his first press conference of the year. Basically laying out his grievances, something I think most Packers fans appreciate. All throughout the summer, all throughout the offseason, the number one mantra that we've repeated here often, and I've heard from a lot of other Packers fans, is let's hear it from Aaron. Let's hear what he's upset about, frustrated with, and he certainly laid it out. I'm not going to do much of a recap here because if you are interested, which I'm sure you are, you have either already watched that press conference or you can seek it out. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice to have him lay out his frustrations, the reason for some of the drama this summer. I'm not going to say all of it because I think there are plenty of nooks and crannies that probably went unexplored. I thought, for the most part, pretty upfront about stuff and hard to argue with a lot of his logic. I thought Spoon had the kind of moment of the presser from the media side, pointing out to Aaron that the philosophy that he seems so disgruntled with, the way they go about things when it comes to deciding to move on from players, without that philosophy, he's probably not sitting here talking to us today, and maybe not even the Green Bay Packers quarterback. So, the Rodgers frustrations are legit, and I think he's absolutely right when he says the Packers need to adjust how they operate when it comes to moving on from players, communicating with players. I think a lot of what they're holding on to on personnel is pretty dated. I mean, they all, whether it was Ted or now Brian, all goes back to roots in the Ron Wolf tree, the Ron Wolf system. When Ron came in the early 90s and turned this entire franchise around, they have a way of working. And they have a philosophy, and Ted followed it, Brian follows it, and that rubs some of the players the wrong way. It certainly seems to have rubbed Aaron the wrong way. And, the fact that he's name-checking guys like Charles Woodson, Jordy Nelson, Micah Hyde, all guys that undoubtedly would have preferred to stick around and weren't offered that opportunity. Yeah, I understand it. I get that frustration. And it's nice to hear him talk about it finally. I mean, and to his point that he could have said anything at any point this offseason, but he didn't want to get into a public pissing match with the team. I can appreciate that. The one point I would red flag or I would throw a challenge flag is when he said that he and his representatives were not behind any of the leaks. Any of the leaks? Sir, please. Sam starts us off with a super chat. What's up, buddy? Better odds for Josh Jackson makes the 53 cut or traded. Cheers from Iowa. I love Sam. Just doesn't care about Aaron Rodgers drama. He's just like right into the football. I like it. Better odds for Josh Jackson makes the 53 cut or traded. Hey, maybe he's a part of the trade for Randall Cobb, although I doubt it. I think the best odds there are make the 53. He's cheap labor at this point. In the last year of his rookie deal. I'll make sure I didn't miss any super chats. I kick ass. What's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Best Rodgers presser ever. Makes me want him to stay even more. I still think he wants to be here, but knows it's not in his hands necessarily. I think he sees this is very much a last dance. He wouldn't rule out sticking around after this year, but I think he knows that's the writing on the wall. No doubt about it. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Rodgers speaking up for players. I respect it. Very much so, Dustin. And that's why I said, I really appreciated his frustrations, his comments throughout the afternoon. Thought he was spot on a lot of that stuff. TKM, thanks for the super chat. Nags, great to hear Aaron Rodgers' insights. However, will Aaron Rodgers sacrifice any of his salary for these adjustments he wants? Pappies. Well, if you believe the reporting around his contract negotiation to bring in Randall Cobb, yes, apparently. I mean, we don't have the details yet, but that was part of it. Jordy is ready. No, Jordy specifically said he's sitting on the couch. Look at Randall Cobb's Instagram. It's the story. It's very funny. Sutnags had a bad week so far. Got my car stolen. Rodgers news and other stuff making it a bit better. Brad, I'm so sorry to hear about your car. I've been through that, man. Keep your chin up. Still would like to hear a clearer version of the story from front office. Probably won't get it, though. Oh, no chance. No chance. Brian will continue to punt when asked about it, undoubtedly. I think the closest thing we got was Brian saying, I asked Brian, this idea that, because Brian kept saying, Aaron's always had input. Well, clearly Aaron doesn't feel that way. But I did ask Brian, well, then do you think you have to go back and look at yourself and maybe you didn't do a great job of communicating that fact? And Brian's response was, well, yeah, but, it was on all sides. To me, this really feels like Brian feels like he's been forthcoming with Aaron, and Aaron probably feels otherwise. Would be my guess. But that is all it is a guess. Vex, thanks for the super chat. Imagine having this much anger for the dead GM giving you a chance. I don't think he has anger. It's a frustration. And it's a frustration with the franchise and their way of working. I don't think he has anger for Ted. He's literally said in the press conference, Ted took a shot on me, and I'm forever grateful. I think that's a polluted mindset right there. FMCH, thanks for the super chat. Rodgers saying what a lot of fans have said for years about the way players are treated. Nice to hear someone with juice say it. Yeah, but are you enjoying the fruits of those labors? They're winning lots of football games operating the way they do. Could they maybe go for it a little bit more? Yeah, and I've made that case. But let's not act like they've been the fucking Cleveland Browns for decades. Again, I get the frustrations, but let's not pretend like they haven't put a bunch of really good football teams on the field. TJ Slayton is the way. Scotty, he's in the way. I'll tell you that. He is a monster of a man. Holy cow. That's a big dude. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Work with a Cowboys fan. Let me tell you, it's worse than the Rodgers drama. Please tell Thomas to burn his Cowboys hat. I'll do what I can, Dustin. Levi, thanks for the super chat. If we win it, I believe you mean the Super Bowl, does Rodgers retire? I think there's a possibility. I doubt it. He's stated many times he wants to play into his 40s, but maybe. I Kick Gas 44, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Let's not forget Devontae said some major things today, too. He did, like he wants to be the highest paid wide receiver in the league. And even if Aaron Rodgers were to stick around next year, he ain't taking no discount to play with Rodgers. Interesting. I seem to recall saying that exact kind of thing earlier this offseason, where I said if they show him the money, Rodgers is immaterial. Guy wants to get paid what he feels he is owed and deserves. It ain't show friends, it's show business. Packers are in a tough spot there, I'll tell you that. How much do you think Amari plays this year with the Cobb trade? Fewer snaps than he would have about 3 days ago, I'll tell you that. I do think he'll still figure into the offense, though. I don't think there's any doubt about that. You can't just not play him. Brian clearly loves the kid, traded up in the third round for him, talked about how much he really wanted him on the team. So I do think he'll be incorporated. I don't think he's just going to be a forgotten man or anything. Brett, thanks for the super chat. Is it wrong for me to be in equal support of both pressers? Feels like Brian and Aaron, each both as candid as they could be and respect each other. I mean, I don't know about the respect aspect. Those Jerry Krause texts that were mentioned earlier this offseason, I believe Bob McGinn was the first one to report them. Those are real. I've seen them. So I don't know about mutual respect, but as Brian and Aaron both said, their relationship is professional. And that's all you can ask, as long as it's not tainted with personal bullshit. Hopefully they can get through at least the year and hoist Lombardi and then say goodbye to each other. TKM, what's up, man? Thanks for your super chat. Nags, now do we have to feel bad about how Goot and Murph make decisions? Well, do we have to check with Aaron Rodgers first? You don't have to feel any way you can feel any way you want, dude. Ain't nobody telling you to feel any certain way. Does the Packers have to check with Aaron Rodgers? He was asked that in the press conference today about, does this mean that you'll be having to weigh in on every single personnel move? Obviously that's not what Rodgers is talking about, but he just wants to be used as a resource. And I can respect that. It makes sense to me. Is Jeff Query still an option? I like it. Do you agree Favre's situation was different from Rodgers, falling to Packers' lap versus reaching? Huh? What? I mean, the Favre situation, obviously, towards the end, is different than Aaron in many ways. But the idea that they are trying to get ahead of finding a quarterback is similar. And don't ever, 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 ever say that Aaron Rodgers fell into the Packers' lap. He was available at 24 after 22 different teams passed on him. No doubt about it. But that was not a foregone conclusion that the Packers were going to take him at that moment. In fact, that started the whole Favre drama with that selection. So, this idea that he fell into his lap, it took balls the size of church bells for Ted Thompson to make that pick. Don't ever forget it. Andrew, thank you for the super chat. Not sure if my super chat made it to you, but throwing you 5 more because I made a live one. Go Pack. Thank you, Andrew. That's very kind of you. I thought I got them all. Maybe I missed it. Oh, I missed one from William. What's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. With Cobb coming back, which wide receiver do you see getting cut? Go Pack, go. William, long way to go. Way too early to speculate about cuts. We will see. Everyone had EQ pegged as the guy who's going to get cut. He made a fantastic touchdown catch today in team drills. So Corey's over here showing me new swag. You want to come say hi to the people, Corey? No, of course not. No, I got that one. Okay, so I think I'm back on track. Or maybe did I miss those? Jesse, thanks for the super chat. How long before Aaron Rodgers is mad about Cobb's playing time? Don't get me started. Nice. What was the vibe on the field today? Up for the most part. A lot of music pumping. Great crowd in the stands. Lining both sides. There's some new protocols for COVID that make things interesting and a little more difficult on the media side, definitely. And the vibe leading up to practice was a lot different because the kids weren't allowed to be with the players on the bikes. There's no experience stuff out in the parking lot, so the vibe was a little bit subdued. But once practice got going, it was popping, no doubt about it. H. Carrington, thanks for the super chat. Rodgers should probably have some input, but if Goody ever thought Kumaro was our second best wide receiver, we'd want him fired. Spot on. 1 billion% correct. Well said. How would Aaron Rodgers react if Cobb is cut before the season starts? I'm going to guess not well. I'm just throwing that out there. That's just spitballing on my part, but yeah. Aunt Gert wants Aaron Rodgers to get a haircut. Big Daddy Cool Breeze with a comment of the chat. I'm sure Aunt Gert is spot on, as she always is. Big B is here. What's up, Big B? How you doing, buddy? With everything you know now, Rodgers. Whoa, you moved. With everything you know now, Rodgers will be Packers QB in 2022. Yes or no? No. Gary ready for prime time? Brandy? Absolutely. He was unblockable today. Now, it's early. They're not in pads, but all the reports I heard throughout the offseason about mini camps and OTAs and how great he looked like I'm not going to say man among boys, but he looked like the best player on the field many, many times. There's one play in particular where he just blew past Billy Turner, and Turner ended up having to basically try and put him in a chokehold, and he still got through, and then had to stop before he murdered Jordan Love. Yeah, Gary's legit, man. I'm really excited. Who stood out today? Oh my goodness, Krista, a question about practice. Imagine that. A couple of people. Aaron Jones had a fantastic catch up the left sideline. Aaron was a little bit high on the throw. Great job extending and bringing it in. Probably the play of the day was a throw where Jordan Love starts looking to his right, comes backside, found Amari Rodgers up the left sideline. I think it was a wheel route, and he puts this ball in a perfect spot. Chandon Sullivan was in great coverage. Perfect late hands from Amari, catches it, touchdown. I mean, it was a beautiful throw and catch. So to me, that was probably the highlight of the day. There were some other moments, like I mentioned before. EQ had a really nice diving touchdown catch. Rodgers looked like a guy who missed the offseason. Not gonna lie, which is to be expected, right? Like literally their very first snap in teamwork, he and Josh Myers had a fumble snap. So I think it's gonna take a second for Rodgers to get back in the groove. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for the super chat. Are you and Corey doing a training camp transplants episode? Hey, Corey, are we doing a training camp transplants episode? That's a maybe. Aaron, thanks for the super chat. Top 5 Aaron Rodgers presser. As much as I agree with him, I can't totally dismiss the organization's way of doing things. Brought decades of success. Aaron Gonzalez. I think that is a perfect comment. Could not agree more with everything you just wrote. Spot on, man. Did Rodgers see your shirt? I don't know. If he did, he didn't react to it. I don't think so. I was sitting right in front of him in the presser, but no, he didn't acknowledge it anyway. Marcus, thanks for the super chat. Does the scheme help a slower Cobb? I would think so. Absolutely. I mean, don't forget, he left Green Bay and his yards per catch went way up. So I would think so. Andrew, thanks for the super chat. Easy to play GM when you operate without consequence and operate in perfect hindsight. I do agree the front office could be a bit less cold about it. Andrew, yes. That is what I have been talking about for about a year and a half now. I asked Brian about it last year before all this Rodgers stuff. It seems silly to me. And for me, it really kicked off with Micah Hyde. The fact that this was a perfect specimen of a draft and develop player who got better each and every year and was entering his prime. I mean, he was becoming an excellent football player. And then not only do you not bring him back, but you don't even call the guy. I remember Jack Becta, his agent, like raising holy hell, saying the Packers didn't even give us a call. And I know we heard echoes of that with Corey Linsley walking out the door. Corey and his people weren't too happy about the fact that they never even got a call. Just a thank you call, just something. I mean, and I understand there's an exit interview. They have their moment where they're like, thanks for the work you did this year. But you just a call from the GM to say, hey, man, we're not going to bring you back, but good luck going forward. Is that so why is that so hard? And that is 1,000,000,000% something I'm going to ask Brian about in the next press conference, because this has been going on for a long time, and these rumblings have been growing and growing on the player side. And I think it's a pretty easy fix. Katie Nolan used to have this saying on Twitter that I think is very apt here, where she said, just take the easy W. It's an easy win. There's no lift involved. Just make the call. Say thanks for everything you've done for the franchise and the organization. We can't bring you back. We're not going to bring you back. But good luck out there. How hard is that? That's what blows my mind. Weston, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Cobb, Adams, Rodgers, MVS with Tunyon. Good luck, D. I'm down with that, man. I am down with that. How does Devondre Campbell look in green and gold? Rob, he looks good. Didn't see a lot from him today. I didn't get a chance to see him in action much, but he was getting a lot of the first team reps paired with Chris Barnes. So that's something to look for. I don't know how much rotation stuff they're going to do. Like, is Martin going to get a chance to compete for those starting roles? But he was out there a lot with the one. So I'd expect him to probably hold on to that gig. What's up, man? Jovan Wallace, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. EQ, cut Funchess traded, or cut Winfrey, get 6 spot. There you go. Now, what if all of them get hurt? Then what do you do? Long way to go. I like Winfrey, though. He looked really smooth today. I love him as a player. I love his chances. Micah Hyde didn't go to Pittsburgh, Sherry. He went to Buffalo. And yes, you are correct. He did ball out. If Goot was emotionally invested, he would be Jerry Jones. I mean, there's something to that, no doubt about it. But I don't think anyone's asking him to turn on the emotion. I think it's just be a human. Be kind to these people who have sweat and put equity in, like, just really tried to give their all while wearing the green and gold and representing your franchise. It's just a phone call, too much. Chad, thanks for the super chat. Enjoy your time in Green Bay. Have a beer on me. Appreciate all of your fan-centered content. Thanks, Chad. Very nice of you. Does Aaron Rodgers' press conference change if Gutekunst's press conference follows after his? I doubt it, Matt, just because he knows that we're going to talk to Brian again in training camp. He's available every week. So whatever he says, there's going to be another chance to talk to both of them. So I don't think it changes much. Although I did find that kind of positioning interesting, having Goody first thing early in the morning and then having basically the day and then having Aaron Rodgers talk. Colin, thanks for the super chat. You believe Adams when he says talks are over, or think they can still make a deal happen? Oh, they can still make a deal happen. Nothing's over until week 1. Then I would think they'd probably stop talking. But I think things could pick up at any time. Just give it a few weeks. Have some patience. Take 1 or 2 more here, folks. What makes anyone think Rodgers making personnel decisions is a good idea? No. Connor, but you're missing the point. He even said it in his press conference. He's not asking to make the decisions. He wants to have input. And I don't think that's crazy. For a guy who's been in that building for 16 years, seen it all, done it all, knows it all when it comes to every nook and cranny of the building, the people who come through it, I don't think it's that wild of a concept. No one's saying that he's going to make the final call. He just wants input. And I'm down with that. What was the crowd response when Aaron Rodgers took the field? Michael, Huge cheers. Huge. Biggest cheer of the day. Like, and it's not even close. Yeah, Aaron came out. It was the best part was Aaron knew the media was waiting at this certain spot where usually the players all exit the Hudson Center onto Radnishke Field, and he used a different door. The quarterbacks all came out a different way, so God bless them. But yes, the fans, the moment they saw 12 in the red jersey, huge cheers. I didn't hear a single boo or anything like that. Cheesehead TV, the goat. That's very nice of you. I don't know if I missed it, but did you get a question in the presser today? I sure did, David. All sorts of questions in all the pressers. I'm so glad he was cheered. I was too. I was wondering about it, but yes, big cheers. All right, everybody, I'm going to get going. I can't thank you enough hanging out, talking Packers. Please check out Underdog Fantasy, our partner right there. See them? There they are. Here, why don't I make them yellow so you can actually pop it? Look at that. Look at Underdog Fantasy. Check out underdogfantasy.com. Look, if you don't like dealing with injuries and lineups and all that nonsense during the season, Underdog is perfect for you. They're going to help you draft, and then you're going to have a best ball team where every week the guys with the highest scores, they're the ones that count towards your total. You don't have to worry about roster management or any of that nonsense. Check out Underdog Fantasy. And hey, if you sign up right now, you get a free $25 with your first deposit if you use code Cheesehead. That's code Cheesehead when you sign up for Underdog Fantasy. Thanks a lot, everybody. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in, making Cheesehead TV part of your Packers routine. Really means a lot to us here. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Thanks a lot. Go Pack Go.